Hey guys, Dark Humility here with a new closed beta season 11 mini guide and demo. The Sorceress got a lot of awesome changes this season, possibly making her back on the menu after receiving lots of painful nerfs in the previous season, after of course also being incredibly strong in season 9. Here we have the Blizzard Sorceress? Yeah, Blizzard Sorceress. Great cower, great fortified mapper, increased radius on Blizzard, better teleport debuff, and on top of that, a damage buff. What can you not hate about Blizzard? Blizzard probably is also a lot more competitive with Ice Barrage and Orb early game with this change as well, in addition to a lot of other skills in terms of what you may want to farm. Just leave Duriel out of it because the quest bug is no longer a thing as of this season. Rested pepperonis. But as a disclaimer, we are in the closed beta, so when the final patch notes drop, this may not work 100% as it can. Also, for the most part, we have not been able to test corruptions on the beta, so the build will not be 100% min-max in terms of survivability or other things. However, just as of making this video, they just enabled corruptions, so for the fun of it, I just corrupted my Annihilus Charm, and that's about it. But as you can see, the build's damage, though, will function with or without the corruptions, which is what we're able to test, and how we're able to compare it to other builds in terms of endgame power. Anyway, awesome stuff. We're going to go over the stats, the skills, the Mercenary, and the gear, and then show her off in a cow map and a fortified map just to show you just how insanely strong Blizzard is now. Of course, it has a 0.9 second cooldown, so you can't always be casting it. That's why it's important to move around and cast it as needed. Keep in mind, max teleport debuff removal would be level 50 teleport. Soft points are effective, so at the cold build, it's maybe not as effective as a lightning build at reducing that debuff, but still, very, very, very good indeed. Okay, so you have the stats. Enough strength to wear your gear. You're going to want as much damage as possible. Damage is pretty key to this build, as you do want a one-shot in fortified maps, no matter what the tier of map you are doing. Of course, we always show them off in tier 3 for maximum effect. And of course, tier 3 maps obviously have the best potential for magifying, density, experience, those kinds of things as well. But that being said, flying through tier 1s in the early end game, or flying through magic maps, which are now actually really solid in season 11 with the changes, are actually really solid. I put about an equal amount of vitality and energy, as this build isn't like super heavy energy shield's kind of light on it. Only absorbs 37%, but if you of course invest more into it, you can go max mana. Res is important, but lacking corruptions and whatnot in general, which is the theme throughout most of the beta, and since I don't feel like farming all the corruptions, we're going to lack some of the defense right here as of making this video. It's fun. Really high elemental pierce, really high elemental damage. We're going to hit 105 faster cast rate. Now, the reason we're not doing a 200 faster cast rate demo of Blizzard is because it's a cooldown spell. Cooldown spells, by their very nature, don't necessarily benefit all that much from insanely high cast rate, or spells where you're not teleporting around, just in general. So it's more important, I think, to focus on damage, possible survivability, just really high percent damage, and of course the faster cast rate would sacrifice that to some extent, especially testing with some limitations on the beta when it comes to either not getting corruptions throughout the vast majority of the closed beta, or just now, where there's only a short time you'd have to farm them even if needed. Anyhow, of course, mana per kill, life per kill, very, very good sustain stats, and FHR is very good for preventing death unless you get max block. Max block would be possible on a Medusa's, But probably would be better with something like a Titan's Grip if you're actually going to do that. We're actually going to test the damage version, so we're going to go with Frostburn Gauntlets for the Cold Pierce. But just to let you know, there's plenty of defensive options, particularly if you're going hardcore on any build. If you want more DR, more res, more block, that's usually the key, or curse resistance. All those really nice, beautiful defensive stats. Including more sustain, more mana, more life. High emphasis on those things tends to be very good on hardcore. So if you're a hardcore player, as I am, I'm going to play hardcore solo self-found this season, which by the way is May 16th, 10 PT. Don't miss it. Also, don't miss the launch of the tier list, either May 13th or 14th, upon the arrival of the final patch notes. We'll have a updated iteration of the Sacred Tablets for you all on Reddit, and of course we'll be good to go. And of course, for all you Sorc deletionists out there, well, you don't matter, because Sorc's actually kind of awesome. And yeah, you can keep thumping your staves in Reddit. We hear you. Also, of course, remember you can bow in town now, which is actually pretty awesome as well. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of it for the stats. We're gonna max out teleport so we can reduce that debuff as much as possible. As teleport and blizzard work hand in hand on this build very well. Gonna max out cold mastery, gonna max out blizzard, and the synergies, ice bolt and ice blast. Also 1 point shiver armor and 1 point warmth. And of course, if you don't have as many points, the teleport debuff might have to be sacrificed a little bit, but it won't actually matter all that much. Of course, also the Mercenary, Defiance, really good for upping your defense. Since you're a cold build and you have Shiver Armor, heck, Frost Nova has even more defense. Defense is pretty solid. One thing to note is Sigurd Staunch, the new belt with a cold sword, can actually get you really high defense. And you don't even need anything special, really. I mean, something like a Medusa's and Sigurd's would probably do it. You can even get it F and wear it on yourself because it repairs durability. That Iron Skin stat is nuts. Also, maximum life is pretty nuts. I was going to show it there, but I forgot. I don't have quite enough strength. 175, but yeah. Anyway, Infinity is solid. Got to reduce that cold res. Innocence, Ferocity, some Rolls Royce items here just for him to taunt the monsters as you teleport around, thus providing a bit of extra cover for you as you wait for the 0.9 seconds to be up as you cast another blizzard in between teleports. And of course, damage, survivability, all good stuff on the Mercenary. And of course, it's all F and whatnot. You could even go whatchamacallit, Purgatory for more damage. There's a lot of options on the Mercenary. Fortitude, lots of good stuff. Anyway, that's the Mercenary, and then of course the gear. On this build, since we're not focusing faster cast rate quite as much, I'm gonna get Cannot Be Frozen with Snow Clash and Nightwings. I'm gonna get damage, faster cast rate, Medusas, and Death's Fathom. Blizzard Ormus, of course, the special. We're just using this. This is the easier thing to acquire in the beta, so 210 Amulet with some mana. But ideally, of course, you could have quite a bit more plus skills and it'd be a lot stronger. Same thing with this very generic 10 faster cast rate ring. Snow Clash, Stone of Jordan, Frostburn Gauntlets for more negative res, Lidless, and CTA. Of course, plenty of other options as well, like Gurks, for instance. If you want to get faster cast rate elsewhere, get max block, and then you can survive a lot more. Which is actually not a bad idea on Blizzard, because Blizzard does so much damage that just being able to block as you are in between teleports and in between cooldowns is pretty solid. And then Torch, Annie, life res, pretty standard stuff. Alright, anyway, let's do it. Let's get into the demos. I'm sure everybody wants to see how strong this is. How could you not? How could you not? Look at that. Look at that huge AoE it has now. It's crazy. As you can see, just teleport blizzard, teleport blizzard. And with the damage increase and the reduction in the teleport debuff, yeah, it's just one-shot city. It feels so much better this season to play Blizzard. So, this is now an approach that's kind of up there with Orb and Barrage, so you can totally do it. And it performs even better in fort maps, which I'm about to actually show you. Pretty awesome stuff, if I may say so myself. I think it's pretty awesome. Okay, and then let's go do the fort maps. This is a fortified throne. No cold immunes. Monsters have double damage, double HP, but they give double loot and double experience. They also do a bit more damage, like, if I didn't mention that already. Not double damage, but a lot. But you'll notice that Blizzard is so absurdly strong, and, oh yeah, I forgot, actually, this map does have cold immunes. Oh, interesting. Well, anyway. Should probably test Fledgathon or Canyon, actually. I might show that off after this, actually. I don't know why. For some reason, I had a brain fart here. I made a cold immune map. You don't test cold immunes on this map. But, as you can see, it doesn't really matter. You can kind of get the idea, though. It's, absolutely devastating. Fortified monsters do hurt, though, quite a bit. See those one-shots though, and with double HP the monsters are still getting absolutely ruined by this. You could even use Ice Blast to in-between teleports if you want as well. That is an option. Don't need to though. Once you get enough damage, it's actually better to play it like this. But you know, Ice Blast is, you know, and Glacial Spike aren't bad though. Kind of throw out a couple of those. Yeah, you can see this is fortified. It's pretty nuts. Blizzard is, I would actually say, one of the strongest fortified mappers this season now with the changes. It just hits really hard. In early game, it should hit also very hard. So if you're starting Sorc, I think Blizzard might actually be the strongest Sorc skill to start with again. So if you have some of those LOD itches, it might scratch some of those classic D2 itches for you this season, which I don't think there's anything wrong with, per se. So, to actually show off a fortified canyon, if we can. Let's get like some kind of decent map if possible here. Something without maximum life, something that's pretty simple. This one's gonna hurt quite a bit. I don't know. That's a triple damage buff on the monster. We'll try it though. But yeah, see you guys, of course, in the next build, of course, and see you guys 13th, 14th. We will launch the tier list live on Twitch. And in the meantime, of course, you can check out the pods of all these awesome builds. Thank you so much for the follows. Man, I'm getting offline follows as I record these videos on the closed beta. It's pretty insane. Community has been insane. It's growing every year. I can't believe it. Like, I have more people watching the PD2 content on my own channel every year. I think those big ARPG streamers playing PD2 because of how good it is and how it gets better every season, bringing a lot of new people to it. Freaking hyped. Yeah, make sure to start the new season May 16th, 10 PT, 10 AM. And yeah, season 11 prosperity. It's looking like a very prosperous season, especially with those loot goblins now dropping up to Zod. I've wanted that change literally since the loot goblin came out, so I'm very happy about so many changes this season. I mean, I can say, man, I couldn't believe it because I thought the devs were burnt out. I'm pretty sure they even said they were burnt out. They still were able to achieve so much. It's wild. We definitely have to be thankful for this mod. It's crazy. The fact that it's still able to put out such crazy big updates. Currency tab. They require Lilith now for Ubers. I've been a big advocate of that because people have just been cheesing it and using whatever organs. Now you need one of each. Just really good changes overall, cleaning up some of the more weird things in the mod as well. Yeah, you can see just how powerful that is. It is nutty powerful. On a build that's really strong against single targets, let's see how we do against Uber Ancients, actually. I don't even know if I've ever officially tested this, so... Well, here goes nothing for the video. High stakes. Yeah, it should work pretty well, I'd imagine. Let's see. I like testing Uber Ancients, because it's a strong monster, but it's not something you need, like, special gear for, like the pinnacle bosses, Lucian, D-Clone, or Rathma, so... It's a little different. Wow. That's really good, honestly. Look at that damage. Yeah, Blizzard's no joke. Yeah, see any ability that has like a little bit more limited AoE, maybe like has a cooldown or something, but does crazy damage, is great in Fortified. It's great against single targets. I think Blizzard actually might be better than Meteor this season against Uber bosses. I mean, it already was better against Rathma, I believe. There's definitely some potential there. But anyway, guys, from the Mad Lab, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this insanely awesome mini guide and demo, the Blizzard Sorceress. And to all you non-Sorc deletionists, we love the Sorc. To anyone that doesn't, it's okay. I have content for you anyway. Love you guys. See you guys in the next one. Let's get it. Let's smash it. Let's crush it. May 16th. Let's go.